Oh no, that's that's the base of the animated screen. Okay. Okay. Hello and
Just posted
welcome.
the GLB in there. Sorry.
No, no, that's okay. You do you. So, okay.
I didn't mean to ruin your intro.
No, that's okay. Welcome to FAFO number 3. There, intro done. Okay. Um, how might we?
And this one's clean as fuck too.
Yeah. Yeah, but what is going on with this? Any ideas from the peanut gallery?
It
I've
might have
never
gotten altered somehow, corrupted somehow.
no.
I'll share a fresh link to both of them,
Okay.
or I'll just download both of them fresh
Okay.
to you.
Thank you, sir.
So there's that one, and
Chat,
then
chat.
here's this one.
Okay. So I'm gonna
So
download base
base
female.
female and base male is processing.
Thank you.
Why is it not sending?
Okay, so if we look here in my 3D viewer, everything looks fine. This is the one that you just dropped in, 13. So I'm just going to close that for right now. Oh, let's go to object mode, select everything, delete it. And this should be in download. So I'm going to import GLB, not 3D objects, but downloads. Base female GLB today at 3:27. Import GLB. 13 coming
Gotcha.
through. Okay. All right.
Yeah, let's go. We're fucking around and finding out.
This is where we wanted to be. Okay. So let's here we go. We're gonna make a shirt. And we're gonna start with the base female avatar. We can do some retopology. We could start with a cube and do some extrusions and some loop cuts. How would you like to proceed, Hayabusa?
I don't know.
Okay.
Whichever you think is best.
Let's start with a cube.
Also, keep in mind, I believe that there's a hands category now, or that's like going into
What?
effect.
Yeah,
I think
What?
that got passed.
Yes.
It did get past. All upper bodies don't opt into it automatically. If you want to opt into it, you have to change your upper body to delete the hands. Nikki and Doki.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Doki.
Sexy motherfuckers. Let's get it. Make it exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're not gonna go into that right now. I mean, it passed, but have they already activated the tech, the development behind it?
That I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think it just got passed like a day or two ago.
Okay, but they've given us directives as to if we want to start building for it, how to set that up.
Yeah, that's a word of mouth right now.
Okay.
Official,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. That is so exciting. Can I just say that is so exciting? Okay.
Hi, Serena.
Welcome.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my god, so sorry. I didn't even realize I was not on mute. My bad. How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing well. What you guys up to? I just was kind of scrolling and I saw you guys on here, so.
So we're having what's called a FAFO session. FAFO is FAFO. It stands for fuck around, find out. We just kind of all get together and decide to work on a project like a DCL edit, DCL Worlds, DCL Studio. Today we're doing Blender, and we're making wearables for Decentraland. So we're just starting very, very basically right now.
Very cool. Yeah, I haven't really tried Blender before with wearables, so this is cool to watch.
Okay, so Hayabusa, what I'm gonna do a couple of things here. So I've got my cube just basically arranged in this spot, and I did a lot of things while I was talking. So I'm just gonna go back over them. I'm gonna like undo and go down here. So the hotkeys, and there's a way to turn it on. I don't know how to turn it on. Maybe we can figure that out. But S for scale, right? So I'm gonna scale it down roughly about there. Okay, then I left click to lock that in. And then G is for grab and move, and then Z is to isolate it in the Z axis. And then I'm just going to slide it up until the highlight of the box towards the front is about the bottom of where her shirt is, right? So right about here, that's what I was lining up. Okay. So it's a pretty basic alignment. I want to do one other thing, and that is go into edit mode and see this little dot in the center. That's the center of the object, right? It's where the transforms are calculated from. So if I'm going to take the object and rotate it, it rotates. You can see about that little dot, right? Okay. Okay, moving on. You don't want to know all this. You want to know about texturing. So let's get to that. Just going to scale it out a little bit in X and scale it out a little bit in Y. Okay, and then scale it down a little bit in Z. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into edit mode, and the hotkey for that is tab. So if I hit tab, you can see up here, right up here in the upper left-hand corner, it's currently in object mode. I hit tab again, it goes to edit mode. I can also click on the menu and then just choose my different mode, but I want to be in edit mode. Now these are the 3 different options I can use to select. I am going to select by faces, okay? Okay, I'll just click out here to deselect. I don't want any faces selected. Okay, so here I've got this one face selected. I'm going to start in the front view and scale that way. And then I'm going to switch to 3 to go to my side view. So it's nice to just, like if I've got my right hand on my mouse, I'm right-handed, then I have my left hand on the number pad. So I just go 1, 3, 7 for top view, right? So I can just swap between all those really quickly. Okay, well, while I'm here, why don't I scale, so that's S, and then in Y, make it a little bit smaller, okay? And then I'm gonna do, click G, and then press Y, so I can translate it in Y, and then I do a left click to lock that in, okay? And I'll need to fix this later, but that's fine. So I go back to 1, and then I'm gonna scale in X, okay? Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to add some geometry. So the reason why I started with a cube, Haya, is because there will be fewer triangles in the cube shirt that I make, and it will be, I think, an easier, it'll be easier to see what we need to do in the UV editor to make our texture work properly on the mesh so that when we see it in Decentraland, it looks like the way it does in Blender, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit the E key, and that means extrude, okay? And it's gonna extrude along its normal, so I'm just dragging it up a little bit, okay? So there, it gets into the chest area, so I'm gonna stop there. Ah! I don't know what I just did. Okay, whatever. Go back to 3.
I think what happened was you didn't actually input it, and when you hit a number value, it went with that number value.
It
Whenever
went
you tried to hit like 7 or
pew.
whatever it was, yeah. So whatever
Yeah, okay.
you put in did something to it.
Okay. Thank you for that, 13.
I only know because I've done this like 16 times in the past 24 hours.
Gotcha. Okay, so here I'm fixing the front of the shirt here. That. Okay, now I'm going to come back here, select that, and we're gonna extrude again. So that's E. We're gonna come up to about here, and then we're going to scale in Y. And when I'm doing this, when I hit the S and I can't figure out which way I'm going to scale, I look at my little gizmo over here. So I know I want it to be a little bit larger in the chest area here, front to back. So I'm going to hit the S key, and then I'm going to hit the Y key, and you can see that's where my axis is, right? So I'm going to go like right about there. I'm going to hit back to number 3 to go back to the side, and I'm going to move this right about here. Okay. Go back to 1. Now I need to scale it in X. So I'll scale it out a little bit in X. Okay. Go back to 3, hit my extrude, come up, move it over this way a little bit, hit 1 again. So I'm constantly going back and forth between the different views. I like doing keyboard shortcuts because it's a lot faster. Whenever I know the keyboard shortcut, it's a lot faster than mousing. So scale again in X. So S for scale, X for the X axis. Okay. Now I'm just gonna forget currently about the arms of the shirt, and we're just gonna make a t-shirt. So it's only gonna come out to about here. So I'm gonna come up and finish up to the top, and then I'll come out and make the shirt. Okay. Still right one. Okay, so here we go. E for extrude. Right about there. Scale. Bring that in. And again, I'm just guessing on this what the scale is because I'm going to hit G again and move it back over here. And what I'm looking at is this area here and this area here. So scale again a little bit more. G. Okay, go back to 1. So you can see that that's way too small. So I'm going to scale and I'm going to hit X. So it only scales in X. Okay. Again, remember, I'm going to add the sleeve holes later. Okay, so I'll go back here to 3. All right. Extrude. Okay, now I'm going to do a rotation in X because I want my geometry. I want my geometry to sort of reflect what's happening here around the neckline. Okay, so we'll be thankful later that happens. Oh, crud. Scale and Y. Okay. Check back at 1. Sure, looks great. Extrude. So remember, it goes off of the normal instead of going straight up in Z. I could extrude it and then move it in the global Z axis as this one over here. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to scale S and then Y again. I'm just going to kind of free form this. Go right about here. R for rotate, X for the X axis. Again, that's global X axis. G to grab, and I'm going to do a little free movement of grabbing. Okay. Now let's go back and look at it in 1. Also still fine. Okay. 3. E to extrude. Go here. 1. S for scale, X for the X axis. We want to scale it in. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to extrude and I'm just going to scale. Right, so it goes close to where the neckline is. I'm going to pop into 3D. Yeah, okay, let's move those out. A little bit. Rotate in X. There we go. Okay. What I think is so interesting is everybody's got a different way to do all of these things. So
I'm gonna tell you right now, making it out of a box is fucking genius. I would have never thought about that. So
well, I was just trying to think of like the fastest way to get
that's honestly the fastest way, low key.
Rotate in X again.
Because then you have so many triangles to play with. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So whatever, we can position all of this later. I just want to get this done so we can actually get to the meat of the situation for Hayabusa. So okay.
Yo, QNG, heard it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Whose
birthday,
birthday?
motherfucker.
Happy
Quantum.
birthday.
QXG.
Happy birthday.
Oh, is QXG here?
Yes, he's like he can't talk, but he's here.
Hola, hola, aquí. Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday. Yesterday was Shark Anthony's birthday. Okay.
It was. I need to message him.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm making the neckline, right? And I'm gonna leave that there. So all I did was I hit the E for extrude again, and then instead of coming out like additive, like making the shirt, I went the other way. Okay. I'm gonna go back into model mode. Can anybody tell me what's the hotkey to go back between edit and model?
Yes.
Tab, that's right. So tab. So I'm gonna hide this right here.
You can also hold Z to go between the things.
Ooh, okay. Like that, huh? That's what you meant?
Yeah.
Sweet. See, I knew this pie selector was here. I just never knew. Oh, what the
It's
fuck did I just do?
Rendered
Okay.
is spooky.
Okay. 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 All right. I just want to hide this. So, object. How do I hide an object? It's been a minute.
On the top right, you can close the eye.
You can also highlight it, press H.
Oh, okay. Press H. Thank you. Cool. Okay. So here, I actually want to see, I want to see the wireframe, and there's a way to come in here and to turn on wireframes. So
Top,
what's
where
that?
you're up at the top above your ZXY.
Yeah.
The little circle that's highlighted, the one to the left of it. Nope, to the right.
Yep.
Two more.
1, 2, this one?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I want to be in shaded mode, but I also want to see the wireframe. So I came here to overlays and I selected wireframe overlays. But thank you so much for that. Okay, quick tip here, because I can never remember where the hell this is. But if you've got, and this happens often when you're modeling something in Blender and you bring it into Decentraland, and it's like this part of your object is invisible. You click on face orientation and it will show you. Let me go inside. So when I'm inside something, you can see that it's red. So that means inside, and blue means outside. So these are facing the correct way. There's another way to like turn it on so that the little hairs stick out the normals. Bye. See you later. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some geometry right here, right in this area. And then I'm going to, I'm basically just gonna blow a hole in it. I'm gonna get rid of the faces there. Then I'm gonna stitch a new hole. 13, I saw you doing this earlier when you're making your chair. And then I'm gonna extrude out this way for the arm sleeve, okay? So I'm in object mode. I want to get back into edit mode. That's tab. And what I want to select, I want to be in edge mode. So when I select something, it just selects the edges. There's a couple ways to do this. I could subdivide these and then move the edit points. So
if you go into, I don't know if you have to be in vertices mode, but if you go into vertice,
yeah,
and then just right click, subdivide right there.
cool.
And you can do that as many times as you want to.
Okay.
And then you can dissolve vertices and faces later if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to do it that way.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the way I found.
Yeah.
Show me another way.
No, yeah, so there's is that it? No, that's not it. Oh fuck.
What are you trying to do?
Loop cut, I think is what I want to do.
I think it's Control R if you're over the line, or Control Damn.
Well,
Control Damn, that's my favorite.
yeah, it's Control R. Cut and slide. So
And then
Check
make sure
this
you
one
use the
out.
scroll wheel to up and down the cuts.
yeah.
I just
I
dropped
don't
the Blender
Oh,
Guru
there we go.
keyboard shortcuts for anybody that wants to reference them anytime.
Thank you. Okay.
I don't even know
So
what I'm looking at right now.
so what I did was I hit Control R. I'm gonna go ahead and click left, and then I'll do it again. Okay, right. So what I did was I added geometry all the way through it. The thing with subdivide is that it divides in both directions, right? So I just wanted to subdivide in this area. So by hitting, let me select something. By selecting an edge and hitting Control R, okay, that gets me my subdivide, and then I can use my scroll wheel, as Brandon said, to increase or decrease. So here I'm scrolling up, that increases. Scrolling down will decrease. Okay. Once I select it, then I can position it. All right. See the little up down arrow?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna undo this because I don't want that subdivision right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into face selection mode. I'm going to select this face. I'm going to scale it up, right? So that it's around where the arm would be. And then I'm going to extrude it out this way for the sleeve on the shirt. Okay. So I'm going to scale in Z, and I'm going to scale in Y. Okay. Again, it doesn't have to look super pretty, but we're pressed for time. So now I'm going to hit the E to extrude. Right. Maybe get a couple more of these. Okay. There's my shirt. Now, if I was really thinking, I would have done this symmetrically. I wasn't thinking about that. Okay. Carrying on. So let's just say we've got our shirt. Scale in Z. Scale in. Nope. Scale in Y. Okay. And then extrude, 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 scale, and extrude, go in. Okay, so here's our shirt. Lovely, right? Okay, let's go back into object mode. And let's go to UV editing. Okay. So I'm going to add another panel down here. And by bringing my mouse down here and you see the up down arrow, I want to do a horizontal split. Why is it going to let me horizontal split? Here, I'll put it over here. Okay. Now I'm going to change. I want this to be my my texture view, right? My UV editor view. Well, I want this one to be my shader view because this is where I'm going to have my textures. Nope, that's the wrong one. Texture node editor, is that what I want? What is it called? Why can't I see? Oh, I haven't given it a material. Okay. So with the object selected, I need to give it a material. So I'm going to do that over here on this right side panel. There's all these different icons. I want to click on the ball with the little checker on there. You can see that there is no texture. It would be listed here in this window. I'm going to click the new or plus symbol. Okay. And it's given me a material. It's a good idea to always have a naming convention for your items. So that's your textures, your materials, your objects, and whatever. And I didn't follow my own advice. It still says cube up here. I'll change that into shirt later, but I'm going to call this shirt mat 01. Okay. And then it changes there. I'm just going to keep everything the same. Where is image editor? Not geometry nodes. That's not what it is. Guys, why can't I see the material now? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Up here, I'm going to call this shirt. Okay. Some people also go so far as to say shirt like OBJ for object. Okay. We need some sort of an image. So Hayabusa, question for you. Are you, when you're texturing, are you putting the texture, like, do you want to know how to do it all over the object, or you just want to put like a decal on it?
Just whatever is easiest for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll start with just a decal. And I think it will become, yeah, so we'll do this again. I'll save this file. Let me save this right now. Save as, and we're going to call this Haya Boo shirt. I always like to end, you can see all of these down here, Giving Tree 05. I always like to have a naming convention where I have, 00, because if I do different iterations, I can go back and say, oh yeah, on November 6th is when I did 1 through 3, and then I did, whatever. So that's why I'm going to save it like that. Okay, so it's saved. Hayabu shirt. I've got a material represented here. Now what I need to do is get an image. So I can do one of two things. I can just create a new image here by clicking this plus sign, and then I can use UV paint, and I can just paint on a decal. We're not going to do that today. We're going to open up an image. I think, oh, hold on. Let me go. I want to put an ABC Decentraland logo on there, because I know it's a PNG and I know it is.
I'll send it to you 1 sec.
What's that?
I'll send it to you.
Oh, dude. Okay, cool. I mean, I think I got it right here.
Right, you got it? Perfect.
Yeah, I got it right here. Yep,
Sweet.
there it is. Sweet. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to go to where I put all my 3D stuff, right? I put it in 3D objects. So let me change my view, and let's do icons, and then I'm going to, there's my paste. Okay. So I just want it to be here so that all of my assets are in one place. If I were really particular and I had a big pipeline, I would have separate directories for each thing, like I did for Amanda fucking Palmer. So if you look here, that's the texture for my tree. You can see the trunk here, and you can see some of the branches, right? This is the texture for the canopy of my tree. And you can see some sort of have like a gradient on them, and some are, more solid. And this was created by baking a texture, and we'll certainly go over that for you too, Hayabusa. It's actually really cool, and it's a great way to optimize your textures for Decentraland. So you get the highest resolution for your objects. So okay, now that we've added our texture to the directory where this model is, I'm going to go into that directory, 3D objects, and I think I just called it ABC. It's called ABC5, right? There it is, abc5.png. Okay, open image. Cannot read, no such file or directory. Oh, I did the same thing again, didn't I? I didn't actually select it. Oh, that is so annoying. Boom. Okay. So let me actually undo. So what this is, Hayabusa, is it's sort of like a little preview window of where my texture is going to be. Now, there's a thing that I can do while this model is selected. It's called UV unwrap. Are you familiar with that? Have you done that yet?
I haven't, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. The nice thing about UV unwrap, and this is why I'm starting with such a simplified shirt model, is that what it will do is it will take each one of these here. Let me go into edit mode. Okay, it's going to take every single one of these faces. Do you see over here on the left? Oh, it's not. Why isn't it happening? I mean, when I select that, that's where this particular polygonal face, this 4-sided polygon, is going to get the texture from this part of the image, and it will put it here. Does that make sense? Like if you want to wrap a present, right? You start out with something that's completely flat, and then you have to fold it around the box. We've got pretty much a box here with a couple of boxes sticking out. So
Yep.
all of these guys, yeah, right there. Okay, cool. Don't need to belabor the point. So guys, help me out. Where is the UV unwrap command? Is it just right click?
You got to be in edit mode,
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
and then you have to select all the faces.
Okay. Okay. So I just hit the A key to select all the faces. Now, what we've got is this isn't very helpful because when I was here, I'm just going to do this. When I was selecting some of these, see this right here? This is why it's going to be a problem because I think the face, yeah, you see that right there? That's one of the vertices of the face. That's another vertice. So what it's done is it's just taken this whole face and it's scrunched it down to this particular line. So when you were telling me earlier, Haya, that it just didn't look right, this could be one of the possible reasons that it didn't look right is because when you just map it onto there, the computer doesn't know, what a front of a shirt is or what a side of a shirt is. So it just makes its best guess. So if I select all of it, you can see that, okay, there's this cross. So this is probably like, one of the sleeves. Nope, that's not one of the sleeves. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to try to figure out the topology of this. Doesn't matter. Okay, Josh, what is is it right click? I'm in edit mode. I've got everything selected. Now what do I do for UV unwrap?
Yeah, right click,
Okay,
and then
UV unwrap faces. And then smart UV project or just unwrap? I think I just used this one.
yeah, I would just use that one.
Okay.
It's not letting you do it. You probably need to mark some seams so that it has a clean. Like
Okay.
imagine like the seams on a t-shirt,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
so that you could take your 3D object and lay it flat into a two-dimensional plane.
Cool. I did this with my boots. So how do well, wait a minute. I go into edge select
Yes.
like this. Okay. Thank you, sir. So yeah, I've just selected up here in the top of my modeling window here. I've selected edge select. And I'm holding down my shift key so I can select multiple edges. I think there's a way to just like select one and it just does the whole edge, but whatever. Okay, now I think I right click and then I define edge. Edge.
There should be a mark seam option.
There we go, mark seam. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I'm still in edit mode. I'm going to select everything and now I'm going to right click again and choose.
Yes, but you need to be in your face selector.
Oh, fuck. Okay. UV unwrap faces, unwrap. Oh, boom. There we go. Okay. See how that looks completely different? I think what I need to do is I need to, fuck, I only got about 10 minutes. I need to define more edges, right? Because we've got this part down here at the bottom. I could clean that up. But now everything's flattened out, right? This is a sleeve here. This is a sleeve. This is the neckline, right? It's going to be kind of hard to map a logo onto this part of the shirt, right? But what we can do is once we select it here in the modeling window, we can see it over here in the texture window. And what I like to do is, all I'm going to do is affect, and I did this for your microphone, Serena, if you're still here. Is Serena still here? Yeah, okay. So remember how you wanted your name on the side of the microphone? This is what I did. I went through and I selected the part of the microphone that was going to have the name. Okay, and then so I'm scaling right now. So I hit S. but then I want to scale in X, and then I just slide it like that. And when right before it flips over, they're all flat, right? Okay, now I'm going to box select this side. I'm gonna hit S for scale, X, and I'm gonna flatten this side out. Boom, okay. Now I'm gonna take it and hit the G key. And what is that? I think it's Y, yeah, okay. Okay, select the whole thing, scale like this. I want to find out what the orientation is, and I think, yeah, this right here, this face down here, is this one up here. So what I want to do is I want to rotate this too. So I'm gonna hit R for rotate. I'm gonna turn it right side up like that. Okay, and then I'm going to. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna scale this up a little bit. So scale. Okay, whatever. It doesn't have to be super perfect, but there we go. I just want to make it close to the topology that I see here in my screen. Okay. Now, I'm going to do something that may seem a little weird. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to take it and set it to the side over here. Okay. Now I'm going to come back into the model view. I'm going to hit A to select all. So this is all the only part of the geometry that I want to have the ABC Decentraland logo. I don't care about this right here, right now, for our purposes right now. So I'm going to hit S to scale. Oh, whoops. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. That's right. Okay. S to scale, and I'm just going to make it super tiny. Maybe I am. Okay. Super tiny. There we go. And then I'm gonna hit the G key and I'm gonna move it over here because I know that the texture is a circle and this is where the transparent part is. So it's not gonna take any of the texture in this part of the image. Okay. Just 1 second, please. It's my kid. If I could type. Okay. Okay, what I want to get is my ABC texture. There it is. Make sure that it shows up down here in my text box. Open image. Boom. Okay. Now, this is the rest of the shirt. This is the part of the shirt where we want to have the texture. So I'm going to now select this. I'm going to hit S to scale. And I'm going to use G to move it over right here. Okay, now we're not seeing anything over here. We're not seeing the texture update because we don't have texture mode enabled. Let's go into object mode.
Tab.
LOL.
How come I don't see it, guys?
Because your slider is too close. You have too many windows. You just gotta move one of them to make it bigger. Oh, maybe not. Just kidding. I lied. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Oh yeah, I still can't see it over here when I'm in edit mode. Okay. So what should happen, Hayabusa, is the circle should show up right here.
Is it on the inside?
Oh.
Normal's flipped. Nope.
Nope.
Mm,
You didn't apply it. A sign
Okay.
on the right side.
Over here.
Yep, up a little bit. You're right over it. Down, left. A sign.
Here. Oh, a sign. Oh my God. Okay.
You need
I'm hitting
to go to base color, the little yellow dot next to base
Oh,
color,
yeah.
and open an image texture, and then tie your image texture node
Press
into
the
your
yellow
base
dot.
color.
Image texture, second row, middle.
Like 6 1 down. Yep. And then go
Oh,
into
okay.
your nodes.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So, yeah, Hayabusa. This. Why is this here? Why don't you go away? How do I get that? Go away? Whatever. So here's my material, right? Base material, and here's the output for that. So that's what the renderer sees. This right here, this node is for the image texture. So what I want to do is, it should already be on there, right? Why isn't it showing up? Do I have to open it here? I thought I already did this.
Yes, sir. You opened it in the UV editor.
Okay. Yep, and I got to click it again so it shows up there. Open. Boom! Oh, you can tell I'm really hoarse. Okay. Okay, so I mean that's essentially where we want it, and we can scale this part of the texture. Whoops.
So did you still have to do a sign if you had that node ready already? Did you still have to do
No.
a sign? No. Okay.
You shouldn't have to. If you open an image texture instead of a color, and as soon as you plug it into the node, it should just make it be what it is.
Okay, so all I'm doing right now, Haya, is okay. I got about 3 more minutes. I'm just scaling it in this direction, so I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it over here to make sure that it looks like a circle. So if I just scale it, that's not going to help me. I want to scale it in just Y. And now I'm going to scale it in just X. That's probably pretty good. Okay, now there's a setting that's making it repeat, and I just want to turn that off, and then all these other ABCs. I mean, I don't know, maybe you want the shirt to look like that, but I just want the singular circle to be right there. Where is that? This is what I was talking about earlier, Haya. It's just such a dense package. And I've done this like maybe 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I haven't done it recently. Anyway, I need to go soon. I am so sorry. But
No, it's good.
what I will do is I'll just research where that setting is, and basically once I turn that off, these other things are going to go away, and then you know, when we look at it and we export it and whatever, we'll work on making sure that we get a render view, because in the renderer there's different render engines, and we can talk about that next time, so that you can get something, and with these settings up here, so you can get something that closely approximates what you're going to see in Decentraland. There's also the possibility of checking it out in your local client as just like an object, so you don't have to go through the whole you know, when you go into Builder and you have to create a collection, and then you add it to the collection, and then you have to define all the parameters. Have you gone through that process yet?
I did, but came out super ugly.
Okay. So just imagine, okay, so like when I was making my boots, I had so many different problems, and one of them was getting the texture to look right in the world. So what I would do is I would come in Blender and I would adjust it, and then I'd export it. Then I'd go into Builder and do all that rigmarole. And it's just we want to talk about ways to save you some steps so that you don't have to go through all of those. Have it be a little more immediate, so you can get to yes, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to change it, and then you will have you'll have your model and have it textured sooner. All right, I need to go. By all means, feel free to hang out, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Haya, if this is a good time for you, we can do the same thing again next week. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much, AJ.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, I'm gonna hang up. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Have a good
Have a
one,
good day.
Hojo.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody else who
Yeah,
chimed
we
in.
got you.
We hang out in here pretty often doing this type of stuff too, so feel free if you see us in here to just jump in and see what's up.
Yeah, but you guys are always usually really early for me, like 3 a.m.
Oh,
for my time.
yeah. All right. Well, reach out to ping us. Somebody will jump in and help you out with something, whatever it is.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
Have a good day.
You guys want some sneak
We
peeks?
out ya. What'd you say?
Want a sneak peek of my roommate thing?
Hell yeah.
It's like I like commercials. Oh, I'll keep it open. The more people, the better. We were just chilling, fucking around before, and then we were like, "Oh shit, Scott!" And we all just came over here. But 13's been building a fucking Dungeons and Dragons parcel.
"13, where art thou?" The pattern is full.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
What you doing today, Sin? Being a little social butterfly. Fuck yeah. One of the bored apes, he took his IP and made his own wine. Mutant Grape Wine Club. Then they followed me on Twitter. Are they called Faze Clan? Yeah. Some guy named Booyah hit me up. Stupid name.
Roach is the man.
Yes. It ain't it at all. You out. Just wanted to address the room.